What's going on YouTube? Cloverbills here back with another Series 12 video, and this is the fifth and last rental that we have to showcase for the month of July as far as the rental teams are concerned from us. And again, if you want to know what the other four were, just check out the channel and look at the other videos that we've been doing on ranked battles. But this is the last one with Dialga, and we also have Calyrex Ice Rider here. So the idea with this Dialga team, right, and we already used a Dialga Yveltal team before with Trick Room on the Dialga, but this time around, it's 4 attacks Dialga, still Life Orb, but no Trick Room on the Dialga, right? As we said, there is 4 attacks, but the idea here is we are a faster Dialga. Okay, if you take a look at that speed stat, you'll understand that we are, yes, indeed, a much faster Dialga. And the benefit from here is with this kind of team, you know, you always have like a mid-speed to fast speed mode with the Regieleki on the squad as well, but still slow enough where you still get a good benefit off of Trick Room, right? So as we all know what Dialga can do, as we've seen in the other videos, when you dynamax it, you exert a lot of pressure, and you can take a bunch of KOs immediately. And then from the end game, you can just rely on Ice Rider to come in and just finish things off with Glacial Lance, pressure, and a bunch of other stuff, right? And that's where the Trick Room mode comes in. So here it is. Here's the Trick Room on the Calyrex with Protect, and of course there is weakness policy on it. So you know, relatively standard Calyrex set. And then the Incineroar here, you know, you can always lead Incin, Calyrex, you know, get a potential fake out off, stop one slot from attacking, then set up the Trick Room with the Calyrex, and then turn 2 Parting Shot into either, you know, Dialga or maybe even the Porygon. And speaking of the Porygon, here it is. Again, you can also lead the Incineroar with the Porygon, set up the Trick Room, then Parting Shot into either Dialga or Calyrex, and then, you know, exert a lot of pressure from there. But again, the idea with Dialga is, you know, just like Solgaleo, without the Dynamax, it just doesn't really do as well. You know, so either you bring the Dialga and then you are maxing it that game. But if you don't plan on maxing it, then, you know, it's really hard to bring. And then you're more or less forced to rely on other options on the team, right? But either way, you know, pretty standard Porygon set with Foul Play, Eerie Impulse, Recover, and Trick Room. You know, just being able to receive those Dynamax boosts, you know, Steel Spike and Quakes, you know, just basically makes the Porygon unkillable, and then you get this potential end game where you're just chipping things away with Foul Play, recovering over time, and then, you know, the opponent can't really break you because 1, you have the Eviolite, and 2, you have those Dynamax boosts from from Dialga, right? So that's the idea there with Porygon. The Indeedee here provides much needed redirection support, so sometimes you need to lead the Indeedee and the Porygon, force them to kill your redirection mon, in this case the Indeedee, and then Porygon's able to set up Trick Room, and then you can go into either Dialga or the Calyrex, and then just go from there, right? And we do have the tech of Safeguard on the Indeedee, just to, you know, stop stupid status conditions like, you know, potential burns, paralysis, or sleep from the Amoongus, or even like the Venusaur, which is the main reason with the Safeguard here, right? And so other than that, it's a relatively standard set with the Psychic Seed. So, you know, we are a bold set, or I should say relaxed set. You know, we're able to take that Zacian Behemoth Blade and live, and then take 1 more attack, and then, you know, again, get up our Trick Room with either the Calyrex or the Porygon. And last but not least, here's the quote-unquote fast version of the team with the Regieleki here with the Focus Sash. So, you know, Electro Web, you know, with Dialga, you know, more speed control, lets Dialga outspeed other things, you know, especially like the base speed 100s. And if you notice, we had the Rock move on the Dialga, right? That's for like Charizard stuff, you know, just because, you know, other than, I know Calyrex can do relatively okay against Zard if there's Trick Room, but if there's no Trick Room, then we do need to, you know, at least outspeed it, and Dialga can do that if Aleki can get off that Electro Web. So there's the main reason with Power Gem over there. And it's really good against other flying types, like an Yveltal, for example. Okay, so that's the team. You know, the Dialga and Calyrex is not really an archetype that's used that much. I think it struggles a little bit. It has certain matchups where it's not so great. Maybe if we run into it on ladder, we can talk about it, but that's a story for another day. So without further ado, let's just go straight into the ranked battles. Karin, more Kyogre. I feel like I played 5,000 Kyogre teams in the month of July. Where's the cool stuff? Where's the Giratina teams? Alright, okay, so Tailwind, Oh, this is like a pretty standard team with the Landorus and Kartana, and then there's an Amoongus there. Okay, no Whimsicott. So he has the Trick Room matchup. Is this the team from the regional? I wonder. I think it is. Okay, either way. So the double up into P2 is not good, right? Like, does have land? I don't know if Landorus comes into this, right? Because I have a Calyrex. Does well into Dialga. I will say that. I will say that much. Like Indeedee P2 just seems so good once again. And I think I will do it. Do I do Incin? Incin looks not bad, right? Like you intimidate Landorus, but it has wider. The Kartana there, there's Zacian, but I think I have to just do it like this. Like I think his goal should be just to max the Kartana in the end game, right? But like, we'll see what happens. Cause like Kartana does well into a lot of this team, right? Sacred Sword into Dialga, P2, and Incin, which is a lot of what I brought. And then steelspike into the Calyrex. Oh Jesus, he led this. Okay. Okay. So that's a good lead from him. Because if I get up Trick Room, I get Spored. But we do have Safeguard. That's the thing, right? So we can always do that. Now, he could just Spore the P2 and be done with it. But the question is, like, I need to get... Oh, we got Regenerate. That's cool. Okay. If I go Trick Room now and he clicks Spore, that's bad. I have to find a way to get Safeguard up. I don't know if I can, honestly. Somebody has to take a nap here. Like, Sacred Sword is coming in, but, like, do I know who? This is not easy. Alright, I mean... How do I do this? Alright, here's what we do. I'm gonna try for the Trick Room, and hope to God I get it, and I'm gonna go for the Safeguard. Amoongus protects! What? Oh, Jesus. Okay. He had so much pressure with the Spore. Alright, well I lived this, unless he crit me, which thankfully he did not. Alright, so there's the Safeguard. Alright, now we have... We're okay in a way. The Amoongus just protected. Okay. So what I can do now is I can go for the Foul Play. And then chip the Amoongus, right? Because he just protected. Chip the Zacian, I mean. And we'll click Expanding Force. Alright. So now he might have to switch the Amoongus. But I just want to chip it. But we'll see. He may even like switch in Zacian. I know he has the Incin in the back, right? And then there might be the Kyogre. He might have to play with the Kyogre max here. I would imagine it's Incin and Kyogre. You have to bring those two, right? I would imagine. I think it's going to be another long game. Where I'm going to try for positioning. Yeah, he has to switch it. Alright, oh, Kartana's taking this. Okay. Alright, now, if that's wider... Okay, that's a good play by the Zacian. So if it's Kartana, then is there no Incin and you just left Ogre behind? Or is this your max? Okay. So here's the Expanding Force. It does good damage, honestly. But what I also want to do... Oh, whoa, not that button. So who's faster? Kartana, right? And then it's Zacian. I mean, either way, I still want to get some chip damage. Alright, so we'll Foul Play again. This time on the Zacian slot. And then we'll click Expanding Force yet again. Just to get more damage. Alright. I'm burning Trick Room turns here, but I'm still getting like good damage. Like, that's still good damage into Kartana, which is like potentially your Dynamax option, and there it is. So the question is, do you KO something? Like, I know you want the Indeedee, right? But then I can just go into like Dialga or Calyrex and then I'm kind of chilling. Especially because of like Max Wormwind plays. Like, what happens to the Zacian here? Do you switch it? I think you just stayed in. So here's Foul Play. This is going to do some damage into Zacian. That's decent chip, honestly. Like, here's another E-Force. This is like this is good solid damage into everything, right? Alright, Steel Spike, defense boost, of course. Oh, he went into P2, okay. Okay. Alright, and this is Sacred Sword. Okay, also into the P2. Alright, he does kill the P2. Alright, now, here's the next question. Now what? Okay. Oh wait, I should have went to Dialga. Okay. I should have went into Dialga here. I would imagine Zacian protects here, right? So he left the Indeedee alive, right? So I can just still Glacial Lance, get some chip damage off. How many turns of TR do I have? I have 2 turns to work with. Okay. So I'm gonna Glacial Lance. That's gonna do good damage, and I'm going to click the Helping Hand play. And that might kill Kartana. I don't think it will. He has the defense boost. I think Zacian does protect here. Zacian does protect, okay. I could have Hailstormed Kartana too. That was also a possibility. Alright, how much does this do into Kart? And was Expanding Force the better play? I'm going to say it was. Ooh, yeah, Expanding Force could have been the better play. Yeah, that's my fault. Okay, there's a Knuckle there. Okay, what happens now? Oh, he gets rid of the Indeedee. Okay, that's fine. But now you're at the mercy of Dialga here. And this is the last turn of Trick Room, right? And you just protected on Zacian. And I know there's an Amoongus in the back, but like, yeah. So, Kartana, Zacian, Amoongus, and I would imagine Kyogre. So this is a Quake every single day of the week. Here is a Glacial Lance. You might have to switch that Kartana here. And I'm still going to go for Max Quake. I think this is still the more optimal play. And if you switch in the Amoongus now, then it just dies to Glacial Lance, right? Alright, so here's the Dynamax on Dialga. Alright, so let's see what the Zacian decides to do here. He tries to double, doesn't get it. Alright, so here comes the Glacial Lance. That should just kill Kartana right here. So now Calyrex gets a +1. And now Dialga will take the Zacian. And now it's just Amoongus in the back. And assuming that was a slow Amoongus, our Calyrex will outspeed it in Trick Room. And there is just Ogre in the back as well. So we're kind of okay at the moment. And he has no more Dynamax. And we have a Dialga sitting on the field. Okay. So Dialga looking good here. And if for some reason the Amoongus had a Yachi Berry, then yeah. Alright, Dimensions return to normal, that's good. It should be Amoongus and the Ogre, right? It has to be. Don't tell me you didn't bring the Ogre. If it's Incin, that's kind of funny. Alright, there's the Amoongus. And here is Kyogre. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So 2 more turns of Max. So honestly, I mean, Glacial Lance again. We don't really need to Trick Room. At least I don't think so, we do. I could protect this. I could try and Trick Room. Nah, I don't need to. And then, honestly, that's still good enough chip damage into Ogre where I can just say, you know what, I'm still going to click the Wormwind button and kill the Kyogre here. Like, Amoongus, what do you really do? Not a whole lot. Like, even if I can't kill it, unless this is a faster shroom for some godforsaken reason. Alright, there is a Water Spout. That's going to do some damage. Calyrex takes a whole chunk of damage, but here is the Wormwind. No! Rage Powder from the Amoongus. Alright, so as long as my Calyrex outspeeds here, I think we're kind of fine. Alright, and we should be. Alright, and there is the Glacial Lance. Okay, now we win, because Calyrex was +1 anyway. We should pick up the Ogre from this range anyway. And even if there was a Sash on the Amoongus, it is gone. It's fine, because Dialga picks up. Okay, so there was no Sash. It might have been Yachi Berry, which is a cool tech. I think it was, but when you have a Calyrex on the field, the berry is irrelevant. Oh boy. Solgaleo Ogre, okay, with Tornadus Incin. There is Bulldoze on that Raikou, and there is a Seismitoad. Okay. Alright, this gets interesting. Very hyper aggressive for sure. He doesn't have helping hand stuff. So maybe Indeedee-P2 is the play here. And then from here, I guess I just go Calyrex Dialga, right? Something like this. And then we just pray. I don't think Gieleki helps me here. I mean, he's got a couple of electric weaknesses, but you know, the Toad and the Solgaleo is going to be tough. And Incin doesn't really help me here. Not a whole lot. Understanding, I know there's a physical Seismitoad on that team, but that doesn't do anything against the rest of his team. Yeah, I think this is the 4. I think this is it. Yeah, let's just lock in. Okay. He has a lot of aggressive openings here. Like, if it's Ogre and Seismitoad, okay. Like, there's no helping hand stuff, so I think I can get up Trick Room. It's just, what do I do after that if the Indeedee does not go down, right? Well, let's see what he does. He might just choose not to... Okay. He might even choose just to not go for any KOs, but, you know, because he led this. Like, he can just go Brutal Swing and then, you know, click Earthquake, and that doesn't kill, but he does a bunch of damage, right? Okay. Like, that would be my play, right? Brutal Swing and then Earthquake. You don't need to do single target stuff. Oh, I got Prankster again. Okay, that's nice. Now, if he goes for that, then what I can do is foul play him if he does do that. But that's too risky if he doesn't do that, right? So first I will go for Trick Room, right? And then I still go for the follow me play. Either way. Now, that being said, he could just Dynamax and break the Sash and then just Quake me, but he chooses not to. This should be Brutal Swing. Yep, it is. Now, is this Earthquake? Oh, that did a lot to him. See, now, what if I just click Foul Play into that, right? Then I would have just taken the Solgaleo. Alright, this should be Earthquake. Yeah, it is. Alright. But again, like, the thing with this play is if I just click Foul Play... Oh, wow, the Indeedee lived. Okay, that's funny. And he even crit my Indeedee, too. Alright, so here's the Trick Room. So now what I can even also do is, like, helping hand Foul Play. And I just win. Now, he could protect. But I think I can still go for, like, Expanding Force stuff. Break Sash. Which is always nice. Okay, he swaps that. So what's taking the Expanding Force? Is it Incin? It is Incin. I don't think... Does that affect my Foul Play damage? I don't remember. Not sure. Either way, even if both things die here, that's fine. Alright, so here's the Foul Play. Yeah, see, that just removes Solgaleo. Like, what if I did that turn 1? But it's better to have the Trick Room out here, at least at the very least. But I am, quote-unquote, burning some TR turns here, so there's that. And now what does he have for a Dynamax? Is it the... Oh, it's the Toad. Okay. That's fine, too. So either way, he has to click something. So I'm just going to calmly recover. I could even Foul Play that thing. But I am going to click Foul Play over here just to chip it down, and I can go for the Follow Me play, and that would be kind of nice as well. So let's go for that. Alright, so there's the Follow Me. Unless he also has Earthquake, that would be also kind of funny. So chip more on the Seismitoad. Good chip. Very nice chip. There's the darkest area. Okay. Alright, so Indeedee goes down. I think my P2 can live. If it goes down, it goes down. So it's all a matter of like what was optimal. Should I have gone for recovery? Liquidation. That should kill me, honestly. Alright, does that kill? No, P2's a goat, man. Okay, now we can go into Dialga here and start putting a bunch of pressure here. And then just recover on the P2 slot. And then Calyrex can even come in the end game and finish things off. Alright. So let's start maximizing our Trick Room turns. Okay, here's Dialga. I can even click the Wormwind, actually, and just neuter everything. He has no more flying types. Everything just dies to Quake. I know it's Kyogre in the back, so I'm just going to click Recover here. And I am going to Dynamax, and I'm just going to Wormwind and remove this Incineroar. I could do that. If he swaps, he swaps. I could Quake the Incin. That could be another thing. He might have the Berry, right? So what I do also want to do is, just to deny the Berry, I am going to swap in Calyrex and give myself a special defense boost and go for the Quake here. Alright. And this is one of the combos that I do like with Calyrex and Dialga. But again, you can do the same thing with Palkia, right? Alright, so we go into the Calyrex, we deny the Berry, and we can remove the Incin. So a couple of birds with one stone, unless he switches the Incin here, but he does not. He chooses to max the Seismitoad. Now the thing is, the Incin is... Oh, he maxed the Incin! Okay. That's a good play, I think. I thought he was going to Parting Shot, actually. Because I just remember the Incin is actually slower than me. So I thought he would Parting Shot. So he might still make a good play here. Like, there's probably Ogre in the back. Like, Spadef drops, right? That's what he's going for. But I went for Max Quake, so I'm going to try and neutralize this a little bit. Oh, Max Flare. Okay, where's that going? Ooh, that's a good play, but he procs my policy. Unless he went into... Unless he doubled in. That was in the P2 slot. Okay. Alright, now... There's a Liquidation. Does that kill? This is in the sun. Yeah, that doesn't kill, buddy. Okay. Alright, so no Berry for the Incin. I get a Spadef boost, so that's always nice. And I have Glacial Lance Pressure, which is also very, very nice. Alright, so... and then it's just Ogre in the back, right? So here's what we do. We click Glacial Lance. We're the slowest thing on the field. And we Quake yet again. And then, you know, Kyogre, what does Kyogre really do? Not a whole lot. But the thing is... Yeah, I still want to Quake here just to keep getting those special defense boosts. He might even guard the Incin. That would be a play. But I still take the Seismitoad if that's the case. And then I have one more turn max on the Dialga. I think his best play is to guard with the Incin here. This is not. Okay, he just goes for Claire. He's faster than my Calyrex in the Trick Room, unless I missed that it ended. That's... Wait. Did Trick Room end? Did I miss that? Did I miss that? Huh. I think I missed that. If I did, then oops. I think I missed it. Unless this was the turn. No, what the heck? So both of these were slower than Calyrex. Min speed on the Toad and the Incin. Excuse me. Alright, well that's interesting. Alright, well, now we have some... Wait, oh wait, that's right. He switched that thing out. Okay, I got Prankster. Alright, I mean, Prankster recovered, does that work? I don't know. But... Oh, he didn't... Yeah, he maxed the Incin. Wait a minute, this is done. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna try and click recover, and I'm just gonna Wormwind this slot. I'm very confused by all these speed tiers, by the way. My Porygon is faster than. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. Well, first of all, I have that was Prankster. Okay, but like, wait a minute. I'm not talking about the Prankster recover. I'm talking about the other stuff. All right, that's not gonna do much. All right, we're okay. All right, we click the Wormwind button. All right, we have Prankster Eerie Impulse, so that's always good. And we have the Rock move, which is this is now where the Rock move comes in handy, right? Okay, I'm gonna try and click Trick Room on the Porygon. Again, I have +2 Spadef, but yeah, I'm very confused. Okay, but kudos to the Incident going into the P2 slot, but I could have just recovered and I was fine. So, you know, did I need to go for the switch? You know, I thought he would swap. I thought he would max the other thing, but he did not. So he made some interesting calls there, but I'm just going to click buttons here and just wrap it up here. So there is 2 turns of Sun. That does not matter. I don't think he kills me anytime soon. I'm just going to click Foul Play, and I'm just going to click the Power Gem button, and that is it. This is where the Rock move comes into clutch. I think he just canceled. There it is. Very confusing speed tier. The Incin and the Seismitoad undersped my Calyrex. Alright, we got a HO team that's within the top 1,000. Okay, Zacian Ogre stuff with Double Grass of Whimsicott and Rillaboom. Okay. And there's a Regieleki. So, if it's Tailwind Water Spout, that's bad. If it's Alecki Kyogre, that's also not great. So, how do I get up Trick Room here? If it's Alecki Kyogre and I fake up the wrong slot, I'm screwed. Electrowave Water. Does my Porygon live that? Don't know. Oh man, this is not good. I think I might have to like be forced to Dynamax Dialga here. Incin might be okay. Like what? Actually, what is his Dynamax option? It's Kyogre, right? That is his max. That is 100% the max. So if I just lead Dialga and P2, I'm kind of chilling. I mean, what does he have to stop it? Like Incin and Fake Out? But like that just dies to Quake and stuff. Same with the Rillaboom. Okay, so we'll do it like this. And then in the end game, Calyrex should come. And then how do I stop Zacian here? I think I just go with these homies and hope for the best. All right, I think Incin comes in the end. I don't like bringing Incin here, but I think it's okay into like Rillaboom and Zacian itself. And I can always pivot in if I need to. If I can take out 2 Mons and then trap the Zacian, then I can just Intimidate spam it until the end of time. But let's see if we can take a bunch of KOs with Dialga here. And it should be... Okay, yeah, I figured he had to do this. Whimsicott and the Ogre. Alright, so Tailwind Water Spout is going to hurt. If he has Taunt, that's also not great. I will go for the Trick Room though. I will do that. If he taunts me, he taunts me. Okay, I get Prankster. Oh, Prankster Eerie Impulse. Oh, that's nice. I definitely want to do that. I do want to do that. Now, if I kill the Whimsicott here, I do want to exert some pressure on the Ogre. Because then he can't swap into Zacian, right? So I think I will do that. I could even Wormwind. No, but then he can just swap into Zacian, right? So if he protects, he protects. But I do have Prankster Eerie Impulse. This is kind of funny. So no switch. So that's always nice. But the question now is, do you have Protect on Kyogre? And do you have Taunt on Whimsicott? And you know, and do you even max the Ogre? Lots of questions that need answers, and I'm gonna get them right here, right now. So answer number 1 is there. Oh, he's just going to raw Helping Hand with this Kyogre. Well, the good thing is because I trace Prankster, I can sort of neuter that and go with the Eerie Impulse plate. And I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but maybe not too much. Okay, So that's a lot. Okay, but Dialga kind of chills there. And here is the Max Quake. So now the P2 gets a special defense boost. Alright, that is a very bulky Ogre, and I would imagine that might be something like Assault Vest, but maybe not. Okay, so now what I will do is I will try and go for the Trick Room play. Because now this Kyogre is technically -2-ish because of my play of Eerie Impulse stuff and the Max Quake boost. But the thing is, the P2 kind of just dies here, right? I might have to Eerie Impulse again. The question now is, what do you have in the back? It is the Zacian, right? I mean, he's like almost forced to max this Ogre here. So how can I play this? I think he tries to go Helping Hand again into the P2. I'm going to Wormwind again. I'm going to try and Wormwind, and I think I will pin with another Eerie Impulse. And maybe we don't rely on Trick Room this turn. Okay, he has to max. He does have to max. Alright, and here is the Kyogre. I would imagine it's another Helping Hand play. Now, he may think I may go for Trick Room here. And he wants to just try and power through the stuff, but again, I did not go for Trick Room. I went for the Eerie Impulse. Okay, so let's see what this Ogre decides to do. And it is, oh, it's just a straight Moonblast. Okay. Alright, no special attack reduction, so that's good. I would hope we live this on the Porygon. We do definitely live it. Alright, so that's very nice. And if I'm lucky, I do take this Kyogre with this KO. Max Wormwind. Stab, Life Orb. We take it. There goes the Dynamax. Okay, the problem now is the Zacian, right? But what we can do is Intimidate it and then go for a Steel Spike on it. Alright, he doesn't need to Tailwind. He's already faster, so I don't expect him to go for Tailwind. So essentially, this Whimsicott is just sitting here. Okay. There is the Zacian. Okay. So here's the thing. If he tries to go for the Porygon, then he just dies. Because then I just Quake him and it's over. I can just go for the Quake now and then set up the Trick Room. Unless this Whimsicott has Taunt. That is the question that I must ask. Do you have Taunt? But either way, how do you kill the Porygon? So I'm still going to go for Trick Room. If you decide to kill the P2, then you lose the Zacian. Alright, so he's going for the P2. Okay. That's fine by me. Oh, he's going into Dialga. Okay, Dialga does go down. Okay, but here's the thing. We get up Trick Room now. We do get up Trick Room. Okay, now the question is, do I bring in the Calyrex or do I bring in the Incin now? It's tricky, right? If I click the Foul Play button, the Zacian will just win the endgame. What I think I have to do is fake it out and then click Recover on the P2 and chip it with like Foul Play stuff. Alright, so I think that's what I have to do. So let's go Incin here. Okay. So we Intimidate the Zacian. He might protect, he might switch, either way. I'm clicking Recover no matter what. Wow, what if I guarded Dialga there and then just Trick Roomed, right? Then I'm in a good spot. But then that's too risky, right? Because if he goes for the P2, it's over. Right, alright, so what we can do, we can fake it out. I can even make a read here and say, you know what, I'm not going to fake out. I'm just going to click Recover and just go for the Whimsicott. But that doesn't kill, right? So either way, what I can do, I can fake you out and then break that Sash and then go for Recover here. So I'm trying to make a read here. I don't know if it's gonna pay off, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, so I did not do the correct play. I could have faked out that Zacian here. Okay, but I can still get a Recover here. It's just like, where do you go with the Sacred Sword? Is it into Incin or is it into P2? That's the next question. Alright, Sacred Sword. Oh, alright, he does go for the Duck, but the Duck lives, so that's good. Alright. How many terms of Rain? 1, and there's still 3 terms of Trick Room, so that's good. What I can do now is I can Parting Shot the Zacian, and then even just Foul Play it. So I'll parting shot that, and I will go for the foul play just to chip it down, trying to get it in range of like Glacial Land stuff. So there's another helping hand. Okay, here's the parting shot. Now, if he makes this read, good on him. Okay, so back I go. Alright, we'll go into Calyrex here. Alright, now Sacred Sword is going to hurt. I'm not going to say it's not. Alright, but this will be a decent amount of chip damage with the foul play. Again, I don't know if... maybe this wasn't quite so optimal, but, you know, because he can still go into the instant slot with Sacred Sword. That did no damage. But let's see if he goes into... Oh, yeah, that's the correct play. But again, we're still doing alright. The rain stops, so that's nice. And I can also make a interesting play here. But how many turns of TR left? Still 2 turns, so that's good. I think what I will do now is I will Glacial Lance here. That probably is okay. And then just recover on the P2. Now, that may not kill the Zacian, right? And then he still goes for like Behemoth Blade stuff. This is also another tough call. I may have to go into Incin again. So I can go into Incin again, just for Fake Out. Okay. So now the Zacian is now -1. Alright, everything is weak to everything. I'm hoping to live a Behemoth Blade here. Let's see if something protects. Swaps the Zacian. So what's taking the Glacial Lance here? Oh, it's his own Incin. Okay. Alright, well, that's a good play by him. What if I just... Now, does this Whimsicott have Protect? It has Charm. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's a very cool tech. So he does have Charm. Alright, well, I don't know if this is going to be enough. We're going to find out. Maybe I still take the Whimsicott. Either way... The Whimsicott actually lives. That's insane. Oh, man. Calyrex is just not that good. Okay, I'm -3 Calyrex. That's a good play for him. I did not expect Charm on the Whimsicott. We can just fake it out, though. And I don't know who's faster. Yeah, I think I have to switch out the Calyrex here. How many turns of TR left? 1 turn, right? Okay, so what I do is... I think I still click the Glacial Lance play. He might still, you know, force the kill. And I think I'm just going to go into the P2 slot here. Like, -3 Calyrex is just not that good, but, you know, it's okay. Alright. So we trace, once again, we trace Prankster, which is kind of funny. Alright, so he swaps the Whimsicott into the Zacian, right? That's a good play. That's why I wanted to swap out the Incineroar here. Okay, and there is a free Glacial Lance chip. Yeah, not gonna do a whole lot of damage. Alright, that did like nothing, of course. Alright, and there is a parting shot. That goes straight into my Calyrex. Alright, he's making all the correct plays here. Okay, back he goes. Alright, Calyrex is -4. Okay, and it's Whimsicott yet again. And that should have been my last turn of Trick Room. Okay, now we have to make another play here. I could go for the Protect and then just go with the Trick Room on the P2. I could do that. But I think he just goes into the... It's tough, right? I think what I have to pray for is, you know, I still get Trick Room up, but then I swap in Instant. No, that doesn't really make much sense, right? It's also not good. I'm gonna try it anyway. We're gonna go Trick Room on this slot, and we'll swap in the Zacian and get Fake Out next turn, potentially. Okay, we're not really dealing a whole lot of damage here. I would expect Instant to come back on his side. So Zacian is back to neutral. I don't think we live anything anyway. We're gonna try. He might not be max attack. Oh yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Oh, he went there. Okay. Well, there's my Trick Room up yet again. Okay. So I think he swaps out the Whimsicott. How do I get Calyrex back into a decent amount of position here? Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into Porygon here. And I'm still, you know what? I'm gonna make another read. I'm going to go straight for the Zacian here. He might even protect here. Okay. Alright, once again, we trace our Prankster. Okay. He goes into Instant, that's fine. I knew that would happen. Alright, but do you protect Zacian? You have to, right? There's an Incineroar on the field. Okay. Alright, I could have even parting shotted that. Oh, he did not! Okay, this is a free Flare Blitz. This might even kill. Oh my god, he's just so bulky. But he did intimidate me, so to be fair, there's that. Alright, and there's a Behemoth Blade. Alright, where are we going though? Where are we going? Into the P2. Okay, so he does knock out the P2, but... Alright, now he just fakes out the instant and wins, right? But again, I also have Fake Out. No, actually that doesn't work. No, because I use my Fake Out. Okay, I think he ones-up me here. I think not being able to kill that Whimsicott really hurt my chances, and I think that's where I went wrong here. So I think he's just going to fake out the instant, and then I straight up lose. But I do have Trick Room up. I'm going to make another kind of play. May not be the best of plays, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I do have high horsepower here. Does have Fake Out. I think it's so risky not to go for it. I'm gonna make another kind of play. You know what? If I lose, I lose. I mean, he played. This guy played much better. All right, so let's see where. Oh, okay, that's. I think he just fakes out my instant. Yeah, he does. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So no high horsepower there. I could have made another read to try and kill the instant, but I think now he just clicks Parting Shot. Or maybe he goes into Whimsicott. But again, I'm going to try it. I have to. He has to find a way to stall Trick Room, right? So he can just Parting Shot. I mean, either way, his Incineroar wins. He just has to switch it out for Whimsicott here. But I never could get the weakness policy going. I wanted to self-proc it, but having Incineroar on the opponent's side, you know, because he has Fake Out pressure, I can't go for the combo of self-procking with either Throat Chop or the Foul Play. Now he's just thinking, what does he do now? Okay, so he gives me the Zacian. So I go to +1. I still have Trick Room stuff, but again, he can just Parting Shot and Intimidate and then Fake Out again. And then he makes things more interesting, right? There's a Parting Shot, right? So I'm going to be back to -1. But then again, this is still a little interesting. I don't think that Whimsicott has Protect. Alright, so there's the Whimsicott. Alright, and he's gonna go for instant again. I mean, I haven't done anything to this thing. I've chipped it a little bit. Okay. But again, he has Fake Out. He can stall out another turn of Trick Room. And he might even flip it. Yeah, this is his last turn. I think that's his best play. So I don't want to take any damage. And then I just have to try and get it up again. But the thing is, he can't kill me, right? And he has to, like... But he does have Helping Hand Flare Blitz. I think that kills. I think Helping Hand Flare Blitz kills. Yeah, see? And he just goes for, like, some chip damage here. Charm is another play. Prankster Charm is good. So Dimensions return to normal. I mean, I'm gonna try my best to get up the Trick Room, but I don't think I can get it off. I think Helping Hand Flare Blitz just kills me. But we'll see. I've already taken some damage. Yeah, the Charm Whimsicott is what surprised me, because that was able to neuter my Calyrex to like -4, -3-ish. Yeah, I'm making the best of this endgame here, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure like how can I. Oh wow, he just went for this. Okay. Does he kill me here? Oh, he just wants to do this. Okay. I mean, he's playing it safe, right? So I'm basically like -3. I'm never killing this Incin unless I get like the luckiest of crits. I thought Helping Hand would just win him the game. Yeah, I'm -4. There's just no way. So what I can do is just do this, get a little bit of chip damage. But because he has Charm, yeah, because of that, that neuters me. I mean, I don't know how many people here won Charm Whimsicott, but you know, there's always a chance for a crit. But even a crit probably won't do anything. That did like 2 damage to Incin. Okay. Okay, so we're back to like -4 instead of -5. There's a Darkest Area, so he does proc my weakness policy, but you know, it's not gonna matter. He did way too much damage. Yeah, that's more than enough. I'm never killing this thing. Unless I get like the most unholiest of crits. But even then, I think this Incineroar just cannot be broken. But yeah, my opponent played well. I'm just trying to imagine like what could I have done with Dialga here. It was tricky. This is why Palkia Calyrex is better. Okay, can I get a crit? That was the saddest higher horsepower I've ever seen. Alright, GG's. He gets me. We did our best. We did our best. Alright, well played. That was a long one. Yeah, such is like... I mean, my opponent's good. He's top 1,000. Alright, well played. And there it is, folks. There is our Dialga Calyrex squad. Overall, it's a pretty cool team. It plays similarly to like Palkia Calyrex. The only thing sometimes is the shenanigans with the Intimidate spam onto Calyrex, as you saw with the other thing. But honestly, I think if the Whimsicott did not have Charm, I think we were fine, right? But we ran into Charm Whimsicott, and we still played pretty well. All things considered, and the other 2 games, you know, they were fine. Like we got Trick 'em up, and we got the offensive pressure that we want. I mean, once again, 3 games against Kyogre stuff. I feel like we played like, what is it, 6 or 9 straight Kyogre games? What is everybody playing Kyogre for? Can we play some cool stuff? Can we play against people using like Giratina, Lugia, you know, Zekrom, or like Kyurem Black? Like where are these teams, right? But we keep playing like this Kyogre stuff, and we keep beating them too, with the exception of the last one. But that's okay. But you know, again, Incin P2, relatively standard lead. You know, you got a Lucky P2. You can always Volt Switch, get Trick 'em up that way. You know, with and then you know just pivot either Dialga or Calyrex in, or you can do what we were doing for most of the video, and you know, doing Indeedee P2 stuff. And then just chipping things with Foul Play and Expanding Force, and then Dialga and Calyrex just coming in and sweep, right? So give this team a go. Let me know how you do. That is all 5 rentals so far for July. Now we're just going to try out some other teams from other people, and then a couple more team building videos to wrap up July here. You know, I say wrap up, but you know, technically we're still in like more or less the first week or so. But again, if you're interested in coaching one-on-one, with me, that is a tier 3 sub to the channel. That is in the link in the video description below. If you are interested in submitting a Poke Paste to me, and you know, having me review your team and fixing it up, and then making a video on that, while also keeping your identity anonymous, that is a tier 2 sub to the channel. You would just message me on Discord, submit the team there, and then I'll take a look at it, and then I'll revamp it in the best way that I see fit. But we'll be back with another Series 12 video. Until next time, guys, have a good night.